My name does not exist in English. I work in a public school where my students call me Miss Molly, and my last name is a shadow of my identity appearing only in my signature. When my keen-eyed students see it, they ask why I am not like other teachers. I tell them my name carries a history of mispronunciation. People who call me Rogers, Stroges, Snogers, Scrubs, Skogs, Skags, or just stop at the S and hiss like a kettle, unable to produce the next 5 letters. I tell them how many emails have gotten lost on their way to me, how even when they see my name typed, people can't spell it correctly. How every time I compete in a poetry slam, the host conveniently forgets half my name. My students can tell you that when enough people forget your name, you have trouble remembering it yourself. The double L of Valle has become the English Valley. The Katjangs now introduce themselves as Katjang, and Klaus no longer protests when called Claus. These names do not exist in English. Like my students, my family came from another country. Our name used to be Srogoskus and was changed because English speakers couldn't make sense of it. But not knowing English themselves, my great-grandparents mistakenly let the most difficult part of their name remain. The S and R, mortal enemies in my native tongue, are secret lovers in my name. They met at a Chicago boarding house, both immigrants from the same country, and entwined around each other until no amount of linguistic correction could break their connection. My name is 2 languages fused, its phonemes refuse to follow the rules of either or. I may not know what it means, but I know it is a love letter, passed down for 3 generations, and I am one of only 5 people to ever bear my name. I do not tell my students this. I tell them how to tell the difference between B and B, or B and V, or B and P. I tell them when to use is and are, and when doesn't start a question. I am just another English-speaking teacher with whom they have nothing in common. My students have lived here less than a year, but speak my language better than I speak theirs. I have no reason, they have no reason to expect me to stand in front of a mirror repeating their names until I say them correctly. When I do, their faces glow with surprise, and when I have their attention, I tell them, your name is your greatest treasure. Do not let them bury it. Paint it on your walls like a map, and let your children trace the letters back to their family tree. Scribble it in all of the books that you read. Repeat it to everyone you see, every time you see them. So no matter how many times they don't say it right, or don't say it, they will never forget it.